straight, set. So we out here showing our people who we are according to the Bible. What do you know about the Bible? You go to church? A little bit. So we just gonna get straight to the point. We out here to show our people the truth according to the Bible, right? Who we are. The Bible only written to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Do you believe that, bro? Come here real quick. Come close. Hey, do you believe that this Bible is only written to one nation of people or everybody? What you say? Everybody or one nation of people? All right, so now on this sign right here, guess what? Shoot, step to the side. Look at this sign right here. On this sign, it has American blacks, West Indies, that's the Haitians, right? We got, that's the Jamaicans, that's the Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. All us are the same people. We are the children of Israel. What we gonna do, we gonna go into the Bible and prove this. In slavery, guess what? Our book was taken, our history was taken, right? They changed everything around. So now we're here to show you who you are according to the Bible. The first thing we want to do is show you that Christ is a black man, all right? Did y'all know Christ was black? Be honest.
Yeah, because they say he had hair like wool.
He had hair like wool. So we all poke that. But guess what? What color is he in the church, my brother? He white. What color is he in the church? In grandma's house, auntie house, right? And they've been going to church for years. Because guess what? We've been brainwashed. But we finna unwash your brain and wash it with the word, all right? Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So we finna reveal to y'all what Christ looked like, because you said like wool. So we go into the book and prove it in Revelation. Read. Verse 3.
Blessed is he that readeth.
So blessed is he that readeth, because guess what they said? If you want to hide anything from a black person, put it well. Put it in the book. So we opening the book and we're going to reveal to y'all the truth. Read. Read.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
So the time is at hand. World War III is on the way. And World War III comes, guess what? It's a lot of famine, meaning no food. It's a lot of destruction. But God gonna deliver it. He's gonna show you how to deliver yourselves, all right? So guess what? Let's go to verse 14.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
Read it again.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
So who has woolly hair? Black people. Read it again.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
So he had white, gray hair, woolly hair. Imagine like a fro, all grayed out. This guy right here has what type of hair? Stringy hair. Stringy hair. And his hair is blonde. But he said his hair was going to be white. We call white hair what today? We call it gray hair. So he had white woolly hair like this, the picture right here. Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So his eyes were as a flame of fire, because guess what? The whites of his eyes was red, right? We drink wine, our eyes turn red. That's in Genesis 49 was prophesied, because what? His first miracle was to turn water into wine. All right? Go ahead. We don't need.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So guess what? His feet gonna be the same color the rest of his body, correct? Stay with me, Trey. Watch this.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass, my brother? What color is brass?
You said brass? You said
brass.
Like gold?
Okay, so it say brass. Brass is brown, right? His feet was like brass, read.
You say he all gold. As if they burned in a furnace.
So it says if he burned in the furnace. So we going over what Christ looked like. You understand? What's your name? Terry. So you believe in the Bible? We going over what Jesus looked like. Listen closely. Read it from the top.
The book of Revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Verse 14.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
So who has woolly hair? We're describing Christ. Who got woolly hair today? Look at your brothers around you. And look at this. Is this woolly hair?
Yeah.
A sheep has woolly hair, right?
Yeah.
Or is this how a sheep hair look?
Right.
Yes or no?
Right.
So a sheep doesn't have woolly hair, y'all agree? Watch this, read.
As his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he said his eyes were as a flame of fire, right? The whites of his eyes was red, just like yours, read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
So brass is brown, read.
As his feet was burned.
As, come on.
And his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they were burned in a furnace.
So if you burn anything in a furnace, what color does it turn? Black. You get that? He looked like you, my brother. What's your name again with the cup in his hand? Malcolm. Christ is black. Christ looked like you. This here is a lie. This is the first step we got to understand. Why was this given to us? Who gave us this? The white man. When did he give us this? He gave us this in slavery. So what we saw in our people, guess what? Our history is in the Bible. With this being Black History Month, guess what? This is what we're supposed to be pushing. Our history is in the Bible. The Bible is Black history. Give me Job 30 and 30. We're going to show you that this book right here belongs to you all. Not the white man, not the China man, not the Arab who has stores in our neighborhood. When they go home, we don't know where they stay. Where y'all from? Yes, sir. Come look at this picture right here. Now this is a lamb. Who has hair like that? You see that? Come up, come closer, brother, because you were saying Christ is white, right? Or no color. Ain't that the same as a lamb? Wool, Malcolm. Come up, Malcolm.
Right. Oh, right.
So what color is Christ?
Right.
You see that? That's wool, right? That's the sheep hair. So what y'all learned today so far? Christ is black and this is a lie. But this is in every church.
Right.
This is in every church. So we disconnected from the Bible because guess what? There's no truth in this church. We don't know who we are and what's promised to us when we turn back to God. Read what you got.
The book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
So it said what? Read it again.
My skin is black upon me.
So this is the prophet Job. He says his skin is black. Read.
And my bones are burned with heat.
So what color is the prophet Job? Song of Solomon 1 and 5. What color is Job? Black. So now we going into this book and we making it make sense. We showing you this is our book. We're going to show you what happened to us and what we got to do to come back. Read what you got.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black, but comely. O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
So King Solomon, the wisest man that walked the face of this earth, he said, I'm black and I'm beautiful. Read it again.
I am black, but comely. O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Come on.
At the tent of Kedar, at the curtain of Solomon.
So Solomon was a black man. This is a rich king. You understand? You talking about jewelry and drip. That was us, 5'11". 5'11". Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 11. What type of hair y'all think King Solomon had? Yeah, well, this is Christ's forefather. Jesus Christ had a father, right? This is his forefather. Read what you got. Let's see.
The Song of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 11. His head is the most fine gold.
So he said his head is the most fine gold. Guess what? Our hair is precious. This is what we got to bring back into our sister mind to start perming their hair, to start buying weed from these enemies, the Arab, the China man. Because guess what? We've been taught to hate our hair. But King Solomon said what?
His head is as the most fine gold.
Our head is gold. Our hair is gold. Read.
His locks.
His what?
His locks.
His what?
His locks.
Who has locks? We got locks. We got dread. Ain't that what you got, Marco? His locks was what?
Are bushy and black as a raven.
Bushy, black, dread, big dreads. You understand? That's King Solomon right there. Right. Jeremiah 14 and 2. This is our book. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we reading out the Bible, showing you that Christ is a black man, King Solomon is a black man, there's a church on every corner and they ain't teaching this truth. But now we got to come back to the Lord God. Read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2.
Come on.
Judah mourning in the gates of language. They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
What color are the Jews?
They are black.
Come on.
Unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
So it say the Jews are black unto the ground, meaning the deeper you dig, the darker the soil gets, all right? So we are the Jews. Guess what happened to us though? What y'all think happened for us to think that this right here is Christ? Deuteronomy 28. Slavery? What you say? Is slavery in the Bible?
Slavery, you know, the Jews.
Huh?
They Israelites, I mean.
No,
weren't they enslaved by, what's his name?
Egyptians?
Yeah, Jesus took his people out of slavery.
He's going to take his people out of slavery. His people is not out of slavery. Watch this. Read Luke 1:6-8 real quick. You say he took his people out of slavery? Who is his people? Who are the Israelites? What color are they we just read? But so the people that they say they're the Israelite, what color are they pushing themselves at? What color are they? The one we see on TV. The people we see on TV is white with the little yarmulkes, right? They can't be the Jews that we just read out the Bible ourselves, right? Because today we call ourselves African American, we call ourselves black, we call ourselves all those things, right? Read what you got.
The book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people, and has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of a holy prophet.
So all through the Bible, the prophet was talking about Jesus Christ coming. Read.
Which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies.
So it say that we were going to be saved from our enemies, read.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
So he said we're going to be saved from our enemies and all that hate us. But the church don't teach we have enemies. Guess what? Would your friend do this to you right here? Would your friend do this to you right here? Look at this. What did we see right here on this picture? Malcolm, come up and show me what you see on this picture.
Like last
Huh? What else? Look closer. Come up, bro. What we looking at right here? When did this happen to us? Enslavement. You see those whips on the back? You see the women in the field sun up to sundown? You see that? Would a friend do that to you? Would a friend come today and take a mother away from her daughter? A daughter away from her mother? I want y'all to pay attention to this. Today this is called child service. Y'all familiar with child service? You know what that is? DHR. That's when they take the children away from you, right? It was then and it's today now. You see that? Would a friend do this to you? Stab you, castrate you, or burn you? Y'all ever heard of Michael Donald? What you know about Michael Donald?
Right. Yeah.
They drug him from a truck. They cut his privates out. They hung him. Would a friend do that to you? No, that's what Christ is saying is. Because and that's not the only person, right? And it's still happening today. That's why I say this, read.
That we should be saved from our enemies and from all the hand that hate us.
So not only does the white man hate us, guess what? The China man hates us. The Arab, they got stores in our neighborhood. Where they live when they go home? Where they live? Huh? They own. We don't even know where they stay. Why they in our neighborhood? Why we can't own nothing? Why we ain't running the gas station? Right. Why we ain't got our own schools and they pushing homosexuality? We gotta be saved from this. Because guess what? We're poisoned with the things that go on like today. Mardi Gras. It's the Lord's Sabbath day, but we want to keep Mardi Gras. Then they're gonna be in so-called church tomorrow worshiping this. Am I lying? Stop me when I'm lying. Right? That's why we gotta be what?
That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
So Deuteronomy 28. Let's prove that we have enemies and we went to slavery and slavery was in the Bible. I did not forget the point. So we're going to show y'all that this is our history book. Deuteronomy 28, verse 47. Then we're going to go to 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47.
Verse 1 and 1 real quick. So now, before y'all go, I want y'all to listen. This is the most pivotal point. That y'all gonna know this our book. We the Israelites. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, our name will change to slavery. We gonna stand on it, right? Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So now this book of Deuteronomy is written only to the children of Israel, no other nation, only the children of Israel. Now, we're going to see the things that the children of Israel went through. We're going to see if we line up with it. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
Hey, we ain't had to do nothing that one time. All we had to do was serve the Lord. We was ruling. The nations had to come to us. Why you think you got on drip today? Because your spirit bears witness that you are an Israelite. Right. We the salt of this world. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody like that. Don't nobody swear like that. Read it again.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
All things.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Who shall we serve?
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So now, how do we serve our enemies today? By shopping with them. But guess what? We have farmland. Today, we got to go to the grocery store. Today, we got to get food. $50, we only get 5 items, 10 items. But guess what? We had the wisdom to have farmland and crops. That's the only reason why we work. The only reason why we work is to eat, right? So now we got to go to our enemy stores. We don't own crops corn. Ain't that simple to have? We had lamb.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
And what?
In hunger. And in thirst.
And in thirst. Hey, my brother, how you doing? What's your name? Great. You got any questions? Before y'all walk out, hey, 2 more minutes, because it's the point. I'm going to prove to y'all we got enemies, Mom. I see you sliding out, Mom. It's the point of the movie, though. This is an important point. Read it again.
Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, in nakedness and in want of all things.
Because remember, we picked up cotton from sun up to sundown, and we saw in our history in the Bible, bro. We saw that slavery was in the Bible. We picked cotton from sun up to sundown. From sun up to sundown. Now we got to go buy these clothes that's made out of cotton. Hundreds of dollars, right? Polo, $150, $120, one shirt. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So who had yokes of iron on their neck? The white man ever had yokes of iron on their necks? You sure? They haven't, right? So how are they the Jews? How are they the Israelites? Read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So guess how he destroyed us, y'all? He destroyed us mentally, meaning we hate our skin, we hate who we are, we hate the fact that Christ is black. Those are the things that we hate each other. We're destroyed in this community. If I look at you, you might say, nigga, what you looking at? Don't step on my shoes, right? Ain't that the mass of our people today? Might not be you, but ain't that how our people think, right? Sadly to say, it might be a shooting going on today because we hate each other. That's how we've been destroyed. So when he put the yokes of iron on there, he took them out and said, guess what? I got them now. They think that this parade is something to celebrate.
And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So God said he was going to send another nation against them. What nation has been oppressing them? The United States. What nation has been oppressing us? England. Right. And what color are they?
Red dot.
So we in the United States. So white people have been oppressing us. So God said what?
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
So guess what? The Native American Indians was here, the Hispanics was here, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans. They said, he said, I'm going to send a nation as swift as what?
As swift as the eagle flies.
So guess what? Whose symbol is the eagle? Who got a symbol as an eagle, y'all? Go point to the sign. Touch it.
That's American.
American. It's on the back of $1, right? It's on the corner, right?
Right.
Right? Guess what? There's always been a sign to show you in Rome, in Greece. That's their symbol. Right. Read again. The Bible is a true book. Read what you got.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
So God said he was going to send a nation against us blacks in slavery. Who is that nation? It's talking about the so-called white man. Your history is in the Bible. It's Black History Month, right? So when we going into the Bible, showing you that the Jews are black, the prophets are black, right? Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because this wasn't our language that we spoke. Now we speak English, right?
One our language, one our religion,
One our language, one our religion. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young.
They put on the young person name and the older person name. That's what it's saying. Now go to verse 64. We're going to make it make sense to you. Go to verse 64. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even to the other.
So it says from the north, from the south to the west, guess what? We was going to be scattered.
Right off.
God said he was going to scatter us. Which way?
Right up.
here on this side. Guess what? That's why they say, hey, it's some black people in China. It's some black people in Europe. It's some black people in South America. It's some black people in Africa still. Because guess what? Read it again.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So guess what? Our people in China that went to slavery that's being oppressed today. Our people in Argentina, our people in Saudi Arabia. Our people even here today being oppressed just like y'all had said. Read it again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So God scattered us from one end of the earth even to another. He's talking about slavery. Who put us in slavery? That's in the Bible. Did you know that? You sure? We're reading that. So who is this? Nobody. Christ is a black man. You know that. So stay alone and listen to this verse right here.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
So you've been in the military? Guess what though? If you go anywhere around the world, you're going to find out, guess what? We everywhere because we've been scattered from what?
From one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
So my brother with the ATM on, guess what? It said we're going to serve other gods. Y'all know what guys we serving today? What false guys we serving? The white man. It said wood and stone, the white man. So guess what? Is this picture in your grandmother's house? Have y'all ever had this picture? Now I'll be honest. Somebody, family member had this picture, or we'll be lying. So have y'all been to a church and this picture been here?
I've seen that in church.
This in our neighborhood. This plague in our neighborhood right now. Because he said what?
And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
So wood represents the cross. Who has a cross on their neck? We past Bible been seeing people with crosses on their neck, not knowing that's a mockery. Meaning, guess what? Christ lives. The other nations know their God is not our God. So it's a mockery. We're serving Islam and we're serving Christianity. Those are the religions that's plaguing our neighborhood. We don't know that this Bible is our history book. With it being Black History Month, who know that Christ is a black man?
Hey, why we can't come together?
We coming together right now. We here together right now, right?
You gotta get people together.
Watch this. Read what you got, verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So what does Egypt mean? All right, so you finna get the answer what Egypt means. Yes, sir. What were we doing in Egypt? We was in slavery. We was in slavery. Read what Egypt means.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
So my man, it said Egypt means the house of bondage. When you go to jail, you gotta make what? Start with a B. We gotta make bond. So we was in a house of bondage. We was in slavery in Egypt. God said what?
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it said we was gonna go to slavery again with ships. Name the time that we went to slavery on ships. When did we go to slavery on ships?
When?
They teach this in school. It's Black History Month. Did we go to slavery on ships? When did that happen?
1700.
In the 1700s, right? In the 1500s. We went to slavery on ships, right? Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sold to your friends.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies.
So when we got off those slave ships, my brother caught it with the polo shirt. When we got off those slave ships like the Clotilda, who heard of the Clotilda? Yeah. So the Clotilda's in African time, what we call plateau. It said when we got off those slave ships, what?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Your friend.
Unto your enemies.
So when we got off those slave ships, who are we sold to?
The white man.
The who?
The white man.
It said we shall be sold to who?
Unto your enemies.
So the white man is our enemies. We got out those ships. Look how we was packed on these ships.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
We was cargo.
Oh, yeah.
So when we came over here, how y'all expect for them to teach us the truth?
That's how the back look. Just like the slaves.
We broke the bond with God. He said we are the original people. So we were sold to our enemy, the white man. So how are they going to teach us the truth? Deuteronomy 7:6. So he just said something. He said we the original people. What did God think about the original people? What's your name one more time? Right. What does God think about the original people? Yeah.
Every time God goes to try to free you, you don't let it help you. You don't let it always, okay, just like when he sent Moses, you don't let it free him from what he does. They say, how long gonna take us to get there?
There you go.
I will go back in.
There you go. So that's what we doing today. But this is what God think about the original people. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
A what?
A special people unto himself.
Come on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So let me ask you a question. Is being above equal? Being above is not equal. That means we're above all people on the face of the earth. That means we better than them. God made us the way. We run the best. We fight the best. We cook the best. We dress the best. Read it again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God said, you so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American, y'all above all people on the face of the earth. So we should be trying to march for equality. We should be trying to separate and come back to our Lord God.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word